Yeah, my name's Austin Brown. First and foremost, I would say if somebody asked me what I do, I would normally say that I'm a bike mechanic. But I suppose my remit I see as a wee bit wider than that. I did a degree in environmental science at a university in London, and I worked for a consultancy quite a few years ago, and I just got completely disillusioned with that whole side of things and decided to have a much more hands-on approach. So I became a born-again cyclist in London at the age of 20. I'm now 44. So I decided to try to get as many people into cycling as I possibly could, because as an experience for a young adult to have that freedom in London, and then to sort of like do bike tours to get out of London and experience sort of the home counties, Kent, Berkshire, Oxfordshire by bike was a terrific experience, and it's a great sort of way to see the world, and until I got a bike I really hadn't went out of London. So some 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, I came back and I started a bicycle workshop here in Belfast, and it was a shoebox sized place in the city centre, and it grew into a much bigger bike shop that would sell new bikes and lots of accessories and stuff. And I just became disillusioned with that whole side of things. There was more competition, there was bigger bike shops, much more sort of flashy and stuff, and I at the same time I started to sort of get into the idea of teaching bikes and working with youth groups and maybe kids that are on the edges and fringes of sort of mainstream society. So I started working with community groups here in Belfast and teaching young people different skills, how to fix their bikes, how to ride their bikes properly. I went to York and did a trainer training course to teach people how to ride bikes on road safely, and that was a week long. And I came back and I'd incorporate the mechanical skills with the on-road cycling skills to give people, I suppose, so that they knew what they were doing with their bikes. If they did get a puncture, they could fix it instead of being charged 12 quid. A lot of families can't afford that sort of money, and that's why a lot of bikes end up in backyards, back gardens, neglected. And so just to teach people the skills they need to keep them on the roads. More people on the roads means a better environment for everybody, and that, I know governments talk the talk, and really when it comes down to it, I don't see a lot being done here in Belfast, but we here in the workshops are walking the walk as well as talking the talk. So I do a lot of recycling as well. We don't sell any new bikes here, we sell all used bikes. So we get bikes donated to us here. We're not a charity, but we're more of a social, I see myself as a social enterprise where we work in a social economy. Sometimes I do a job for somebody for them to do another service for me. A plumber came in the other week. I fixed a couple of bikes for him. He's going to do a little job in the house for me, and I like working like that as well. Just cash doesn't have to cross palms, if you know what I mean. I'm very interested in cycling, and cycling is what I do, but probably for the past 5 years I haven't really done a great deal of cycling. I take a cycle tour or 2 cycle tours every year. Go to France. I've told you I did the Camino de Santiago, which I'd recommend anybody to do. I've done a lot of cycling here in the northwest coast of Ireland, which I consider to be some of the best cycling in the world that I've come across, and a lot of other cyclists would agree with me. That's basically what I do, along with fix people's bikes, hire bikes, and I do tours as well of Belfast City.